Have you ever noticed how you can eat one cookie and suddenly feel like finishing the whole pack? Or how you promise yourself just one slice of pizza but end up eating until you're stuffed? It's not just about being hungry or craving taste. The truth is, certain foods are designed in a way that makes them feel addictive. When you eat something high in sugar, fat, or salt, your brain responds almost like it does to drugs. It releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical, which tells your brain, "Wow, this is amazing, let's have more." This reward system evolved to help humans survive by seeking out calorie-dense foods in the wild. But in today's world, food companies have learned how to exploit that system. They carefully engineer foods with the perfect balance of sugar, fat, and salt, what scientists call the bliss point. The bliss point is that magical ratio that makes you keep coming back for more without ever feeling fully satisfied. That's why a bag of chips or a tub of ice cream can disappear so fast without you even realizing it. Your brain doesn't just enjoy the taste, it literally gets hooked on the dopamine spikes. And here's the tricky part. After that dopamine rush fades, you're left craving more, almost like withdrawal. So you reach again for that chocolate bar or fast food burger, not because you need the calories, but because your brain is asking for the high. This cycle creates a pattern similar to addiction, even though food is something we need to survive. Studies have shown that highly processed foods light up the same areas of the brain as substances like nicotine or alcohol. That's why some people describe it as food addiction, even though technically it's your brain chemistry being hijacked. And it's not just about sugar alone. When sugar combines with fat, like in donuts or cake, the effect is even stronger. That combination creates an intense dopamine release, far greater than natural foods like fruit or nuts ever could. Our ancestors never had to deal with this. They ate whole foods, meat, fruits, vegetables, grains, and their bodies got the nutrients without overstimulating the brain. But modern food has become more about pleasure than nourishment. That's why once you start eating junk food, it feels harder to stop than eating something like an apple or a bowl of rice. The apple satisfies hunger, but the cookie triggers the reward center. And here's something fascinating. Just seeing or smelling these foods can trigger cravings. Your brain remembers the dopamine hit and anticipates it before you even take a bite. This is why advertisements, bright packaging, and even fast food jingles are so powerful. They're not just selling you food, they're training your brain to crave it. Over time, your tolerance builds up, and you may need more of the same food to feel that same level of satisfaction. Just like with addictive substances, your brain adapts, making you eat more to chase the same feeling. But unlike alcohol or cigarettes, you can't just quit food. That's what makes it so complicated. The key lies in recognizing the difference between real hunger and dopamine-driven cravings. When you feel like eating, ask yourself, am I truly hungry, or am I chasing that rewarding taste? Whole, natural foods don't usually cause the same addictive patterns because they lack that engineered bliss point. Fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, they nourish you, but they don't hijack your brain chemistry. That's why switching gradually to real food often reduces the cravings over time. The more you feed your brain natural nutrition, the less it depends on those artificial dopamine spikes. But breaking free isn't easy, because in a way, we live in a world surrounded by food triggers. Every store shelf, every commercial, every fast food outlet is designed to tempt you. It's not about weak willpower. It's about fighting a system that literally hacks your biology. So if you've ever felt guilty for finishing that bag of chips, remember, it wasn't just you. It was your brain responding to powerful signals that foods are designed to create. Understanding this doesn't mean you can never eat those foods again, but it does mean you can be more aware of why they feel so irresistible. And when you know what's happening in your brain, you can take back some control. Food shouldn't control you. It should nourish you, fuel you, and help you live, not trap you in endless cravings. And that's why certain foods feel addictive. They aren't just feeding your stomach, they're feeding your brain's reward system. And once you see it that way, you'll never look at junk food the same again.